Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad to have you here. So if you're just joining us for the first time, you're just seeing my face for the first time. My name is Stella. Welcome to Stella Ndukaife's YouTube channel. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Today I'm not going to be uploading a food recipe, or I just want to sit down and let's just gist about the kitchen accident I had. Well, I thank God that this kitchen accident was not serious. It was not serious. It was actually caused by a pressure pot. It was actually caused by a pressure pot. For those of us that don't know what a pressure pot is, here is a pressure pot. This pressure pot allows you to cook any meal that will take long, like let's say a strong goat meat, beans, or whatsoever. If you use this pressure pot to cook it, it's going to save you time, and within a short time you are done with your cooking. So that's the essence of a pressure pot. It cooks faster than the normal pot. So that's it. And I've been using this pressure pot since last year. I've been using this pressure pot since last year. I remember the before I started using this pressure pot, I had to Google, watch some YouTube videos to get to know how to use this pressure pot. So during my research, I found out that if you're not careful with this pressure pot, it could be dangerous. It could cause a serious kitchen accident. So that is it. Throughout last year, I've been using it. I've been very careful. The procedures, as in how to use it in order for it not to harm you. I've been very careful with it. But unfortunately, was it, I think should be around 3 to 4 weeks ago, less than a month ago. It was on a Saturday. I was in a haste, so I was cooking, what are they calling it? I was cooking vio vio. If you are Igbo, it's vio vio. You know what vio vio is. In English, I think it's pigeon pea, something like that. I'm going to put the name on the description box. So I was in a haste, trying to just that Saturday. I was supposed to go to the market. Then from the market, I'll be going to church. So I was like in a haste. Normally, when I'm making use of this pressure pot, if I cook for some time, I'll just switch it off. No, I'll like set out. I could easily guess when the food is like ready. So what I did was that what I normally do is that when that time is like when it has gotten to that time, what I'll just do is just to switch the gas off. So that was what I did. And normally when I switch the gas off, I allow it to cool down. It depends on what I'm doing for that day. If I have other works to do, I'm going to leave it in the kitchen. I'm going to leave it on the gas top. So go and do other things that I'm doing. Then after maybe I'm through with some other works, then I'll come and check and see if I can easily open it. Also, another way too I also use it is after, if I should off the gas, and I can just put it in the sink, open the tap and allow the water to pour over it. Then but before I open it, let me show. But before I open it, I will make sure that you see here, if you open it here, like if you draw it up like this, I will make sure that I'm not hearing any noise again. I'm not hearing any noise again. So that's it. So when I draw that up and then there is no noise from it, I will know that it's safe for me to open it. But on that fateful Saturday, it just escaped my mind. Quite alright. I switched off the gas. I was doing some other things. So I brought it out. I wanted to I did not remember to raise that thing of being that I'm in a haze, stuff like that. I just went ahead to turn the handle, like this handle, turn it to open it. Before I could even open it, what I had was wow. My dear brothers and sisters, the splash was it's the food and the water inside the pot. As in when it's opened, thank God that the cover didn't hit me. This is the cover. You can see how heavy it is, very heavy. But I thank God that the cover didn't hit me. So what poured on my face was the food, that's the hot water, the food, like the food and the liquid inside the food, poured me here and some part of my hair too. Then it poured me on this hand too. But you can see there is nothing here. There is nothing here. So it poured me on this hand too. You see, it's almost going. Can you see it? It's almost going. It's almost going. So this is where it was very, very serious. But see, I just want to say something. God is wonderful. Honestly, it was just God's protection over me. It was just God's protection over me. Can you imagine that? It was that same food that poured on this hand. I'm going to put the picture of how it was few days later. Here it's already healed. The skin is almost clearing, so you can see it. So it was that same food that poured me here on my right hand, on my left hand, and then part of my forehead and part of my hair. But if you should look, there is nothing here. There is nothing on my head. There is no scar, nothing. Even on this hand, there is nothing. You won't even notice anything. Just only on this hand. Only on this hand. Ah, God is faithful. God is wonderful. God saved me. Just help me to thank God. Just help me to, just take a break and just say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Just help me to thank God. Because if not for God, it would have been another story entirely. But I'm so glad that, it's healing. It's healing. And also, like, some people were telling me what to use. Some were saying I should use honey, I should use shea butter, stuff like that. But what I used was that immediately it happened. Immediately it happened. Salt was applied on it. I applied salt on it. So after applying the salt on it, after some days, I noticed that the skin, you feel that there is water underneath, like water underneath. So I started peeling it off, peeling it out, peeling it out. I'm going to show us a picture of how it looks. I was peeling it out. So after peeling it out, I went to the pharmacy. I bought antibiotics and then GV. I now poured it. I now poured the GV and then took the antibiotics. So after some time, it cleared. So some people are saying that I should apply either honey or shea butter. That is going to make the skin to make this dark spot to clear. So presently, I'm applying shea butter, but honestly, I'm not consistent in my application in applying the shea butter. It's been like some days I have not applied it, but I know anytime I remember, I'll just apply. So that's just it. I just want to, you know, I just came here to share with us. We should be very, very careful when using a pressure pot. We should be very, very careful. Yes, pressure pot enables us to, save time, cook faster, stuff like that. But please, we should try as much as possible to be very, very careful. And also, if you don't know, just in case maybe you go to the market and decide to buy your pressure pot, I'm going to just brief us on how to use it. First of all, when you put, like, example, if you are to cook your beans, just know that you have to put everything at once. Okay, let's say you want to cook your beans, you put your beans, the water, enough water to cook it, your palm oil, crayfish, pepper, just put everything. Because if you should, like, say, okay, let me allow the beans to boil, later I'll add water, and later I'll add palm oil, pepper, crayfish. No, before you know it, your food is ready. So what you need to do is, if you want to use it to cook whether meat or something, make sure you put enough water into it, then cover it properly. Please make sure you cover it properly. Like this mine now, just make sure you read there is a pamphlet that they normally put inside. Make sure you go through it very, very well. So make sure, like mine now, if I'm to cover it the way it is, like this, then I'll turn the handle. Ah, can you see it? Okay, like this. Then I'll turn this handle. Make sure you cover it properly, because if you do not cover it properly, when it's boiling, the cover will just, fly up. So make sure you cover it properly. So that's that. So after covering it properly, then let's say your food is ready, you want to open it. Don't open it immediately. Don't open it immediately. No, do not try it. It's going to the food is going to splash on your face or on your body. So you don't open it immediately. Allow it to cool down and allow it to cool down. The first method you can use is just the way it is like this. Put it on your sink, then open the tap and run some water. You can also dip it into a bowl depending on how big the bowl is. What's this? Now, wow. Depending on how big the bowl is, so that's it. Then another logic I normally use for mine is after splashing water or allow it to cool down, I'll open here. If I don't hear any sound, I will know that it's safe for me to open. I will know that it's safe for me to open. But if I raise this thing up and I'm hearing that noise, I'm not opening it. I will leave it till I will give it some time before I go ahead and open it. And also when opening it, be careful. Just open gently. To open it, you can see how it is. You can see how it is. To open it, you just for mine, there are different types of pressure pots. You just turn the handle like this, then open it, and that's it. So that is that. That is that. I hope you learned something from this video. If you do, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, and share with your friends. So I come your way next time with another interesting video. Do have a lovely day. Bye bye.